Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another day of our Summer Reading Club programming. And today we have a really neat experiment and craft planned for you guys. We are going to be seeing how clouds make rain. So it makes for a really cool experiment just to learn a little bit more about precipitation and all of that. But it also makes for a really cool design at the end when you can see the food coloring start to sink all the way to the bottom of your jar. So, what you'll need for today's craft and experiment is some shaving cream. Any shaving cream will do. You will want some food coloring. I'm just using blue food coloring because I associate the color blue with rain. And you'll want a jar, or a glass works okay too, but I'm just using a jar for our demonstration today. Now, to get started, what you'll want to do for your first step is grab your glass or jar and fill it almost all the way to the top with water. Now, for the purposes of today's experiment, the water represents the air. So just all the way to the top there. Now, that is when you'll grab your shaving cream, and I can't stress it enough, you can put in a little bit or a lot, completely up to you. For the purposes of today's experiment, I'm just going to be putting in a little bit. That way you can see the effect a lot faster, because the more shaving cream that you put in, the thicker the cloud will be, and therefore the longer it will take for the food coloring to sink within the cloud. So yes, I apologize, I don't know if I mentioned it, but the shaving cream itself, that will represent the clouds today, and the actual gaseous form of the water or the precipitation known as vapor. It'll look just like that. Now comes the really fun part. You can start putting in your food coloring. And this will be the little rain droplets that start to accumulate within the cloud. And as you see, they get heavier and heavier until they sink down into the water. And that is because the water itself, as it accumulates and the droplets get bigger and bigger, they are no longer able to sit within the vapor cloud here. So the gravity itself is so strong that it pulls it down out through the cloud, and that's how we get our form of precipitation. So rain, snow, hail, anything like that. And isn't that cool? It makes for a really awesome design. And as you see, it progressively, slowly starts to sink to the bottom until it comes to the bottom here and then settles. So you can always redo this experiment at any time, whether it be adding more food coloring and watch the design grow and grow more, or what you can also do is just empty out your jar and the shaving cream and then redo it once more after that. As I said, it makes for a really cool design, and you can learn a little bit more about the water cycle too. But that'll be everything for today's craft. Thank you guys very much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed looking more into the water cycle and watching how clouds make rain. I know I always find it super fascinating, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a good one, everyone.